think we should be good, bro. Yep, we good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chicago Conservative live stream edition. We got my boy Choo Choo in the building, man, and it's looking like he's a brand new man with the fresh cut, bro. Got the fade going on, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to appeal to the white people, man. They won't accept me with the locks. I got to. I just want to be white so bad. Whatever I could do to fit into my whiteness.
I know that's right, man. Hey, Elon will be proud, bro.
That he would.
Elon will be definitely proud of you. So, speaking of culture and things like that, today we got a very interesting story, guys. So, believe it or not, yes, black people are this stupid to follow every single trend that they see on the internet. One of these trends being, I don't know if this was a song from an Atlanta rapper or something like that, but I'm guessing she said the word, like just the word Lulu. So now there's a trend going on with the women going into the Lululemon store. They're fairly expensive, by the way.
Yeah.
And they go inside of these stores, they look at the price tags, and they say, "Oh, this is too much." And then I guess they rebel by twerking. It doesn't really make sense at all. I don't even know why the hell they would even think this is a good idea. But yeah, guys, we can always trust black women to be the laughing stock of America. But that's what I'm saying, bro. This is already just insane, just off of listening to the story. And the owner of Lululemon, I guess there's been some misconception that he don't want black women wearing his merchandise. But when sources came out saying that he actually don't want overweight women wearing his merchandise. So I don't know how that connects with black women, but Chew, man, what's going on, bro? What are your thoughts, bro?
It seems like they want to associate everything bad with black. They want to talk about like one of our staples in the community is soul food, but it's like a fact that shit is high as hell in sodium and all type of bad things that's just not good for you if you eat it too much. It's cool every once in a while, but some people make that their whole identity. Like everybody knows that soul food is not necessarily good for you. It just tastes good. It tastes good because it's bad for you.
Right,
That's one thing that we got an issue with. The obesity. With a lot of most of our women are fat. That is a fact.
80%.
Most of them
Yeah,
are fat, and it's
four
not
out of
even
five.
like
Yep,
yeah, yeah,
four.
yeah. Four out of five is crazy.
That's 80%,
That is
bro. That was kind of
crazy.
wild. That is kind of wild.
So
What's going on,
when you
FBA?
when you say fat, they kind of, I guess, subconsciously just automatically think about black because the fat black woman is just like I don't know. It's a thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people fail to realize as well that this isn't just, oh, I got a little meat. Nah, girl, it ain't a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? You're clinically obese though.
Yeah.
Like this ain't no I'm thick. This ain't one of those. Like I know the difference between a woman who got a little meat on her bones and and spots in all the good places and a woman that's just clinically obese. You are well over the weight that you need to be because a lot of women fail to realize at a certain height you have to be a certain weight,
Right.
but they can't get that through their heads. But I mean,
I heard that I've heard black women say this like verbatim out their own mouth that BMI standard with the height to weight ratio. They said that's for white women. They said that black people are like genetically different, so they're not able to be put into this box with white people. So because we genetically different, we shouldn't be expected to be a certain height and weight because our women are just naturally bigger. We not no skinny
why
ass white
wasn't
girl.
why wasn't they naturally bigger in the civil rights era? Why wasn't they naturally bigger during slavery? I mean, it's listen. I understand, like you said, you got soul food and stuff like that. Like, this stuff was a little bit more fatty, but ultimately, we did not have, big women just walking around in our community like that. And they say, oh, but what about Aunt Jemima?
Right.
You know? But it's like, okay, that's an exception to the rule, though. You ain't have a bunch of Aunt Jemimas just walking around during, slavery times. And
Right.
maybe she was, eating a lot, so she had privilege. She was a cooker. She had to taste the food. So it's like let's um let's just continue, guys, with the story. Um, and I don't know if this is viewer discretion advised or not, but we gonna be listening to a YouTuber called Pink Book Lessons. She be cooking, man. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
heard of
Yeah.
her or
We
not.
watch her sometimes.
Yeah, she cook. But let's just get right into the story, guys. Let's roll the clip.
Let's go see what's up with Lulu. Let's go and get the fuck out of Lulu. Let's go see what's up with Lulu. Let's go and get the fuck out of Lulu. He want me dead or he a dog can't get no out the queen. Put some Lulu on his butt. Lululemon! Put some Lulu on his butt.
Like this is just stupid. I don't even understand like this video right now. It ain't
Yeah.
even been 10 seconds in the video, and I'm literally just confused. Maybe it's just because I'm a guy, but you got simps out there that would approve of this just because they got a bunch
Because
of
they like ass.
fishy BBLs, bro. But it's like at the end of the day, what is this really doing for black women's image though? This is insane.
What's going on, Reels? Hey, this. So, what is the trend? So, is it that it's too expensive?
I'm not sure, but let's continue and see.
Right now, at the intersection of fashion, clout, and controversy, a viral video making its way around social media showing a group of women popping their thought pockets not at a club, but inside a Lululemon store. The video reportedly recorded in Atlanta when a group of women went inside the luxury athleisure brand storefront.
This doesn't even look good. This doesn't even look good, bro. And half of these girls look fat and old. Like, come on. What am I looking at right now? Like, dude, come on, man. Y'all are just being a disturbance.
Like, I wonder why people don't want these niggas around, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
I think they be knowing, bro. They just. Oh man, they just gaslight everybody. All they do is just gaslight, cause ain't no way in hell y'all acting like this and then in the same breath turn around and talk about racist white people, bro. Niggas don't want people like that around,
real.
bro.
You're messing up your establishment. For real. It's like these people have to make money. They can't make money if their establishment smells like freaking fish.
Right. Smell like stinky BBL. Necrosis. That's what it smell like.
Right.
Front.
Love that in it. I love that part. But that Lululemon is so dumb because they literally could have said true religion. Hey, get the out the queen, put some horseshoes on my.
See, this is why you got shitty kids. Because you got shitty moms. Look at this. My mom explaining why she don't like the Lululemon song. Like, are you serious? Why isn't your mother teaching you about something that's going to actually prepare you for life? Who the hell cares? Oh, it should have been true religion. It should have been this. Like,
I'm not
what?
understanding, bro. I'm
This is
still
low
confused.
IQ. This is low IQ. This is just low IQ. These are the type of women that are failing the next generation of women.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, Misery Loves Company. But this, like, if Misery Loves Company was a group of people, it would definitely be older black women nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what's so funny? What's so funny about us is that we can sit here and call this out. We calling it like it is, and we saying that the issue is black women. Now, a person with a brain knows that, okay, they're not talking about all black women, because a person with a brain knows that we're both married to black women. But our
Right.
black women don't act like this. And
Absolutely.
notice our black women are married.
Right.
I bet you none of them hoes is married. None of them
No,
hoes got a man for longer than a year. You know, it's like,
absolutely
make it
not.
make sense, bro. But
And
that's
if
all I
they
got
are,
though.
if anybody, and let me just, this is just for the guys out here. Some of these dudes really don't be knowing they worth. They be getting with these ratchet 304s. These men be like worth six figures. You know, some of these men are millionaires, and they would get with these women who would take advantage of them, and then they could just crack grape. Like Shannon Sharp, for example. I just did a whole story on that yesterday.
Yep.
This dude is just basically risked a whole deal for $100 million when it comes to his new podcast deal for an OnlyFig chick that's 19. You feel what I'm saying? Why would you do that? Why would you risk your success for an OnlyFans bop? That don't even make sense. Well, let's continue, man.
The true religion. They could have said that.
Dumb.
They could have said that.
Dumb as hell.
Cause it's fucking racist. They could have. They probably Confederate flag. That's what I hear.
You have this Wham song out by these female Atlanta rappers where Lululemon is mentioned.
Yeah, the queen put some Lulu on his butt.
Now, this is the perfect pause. I don't see, you know, the scaling from 1 out of 10, right? Everybody know the famous scale. Kevin Samuels, rate yourself 1 through 10. You can't use 7. I'm looking at this group of Duracell batteries. Some is like limited edition because you got the teal.
You got the 9-volt batteries over there in the middle.
Man, bro. Now I'm looking at this lineup. I don't see 1 3 in sight. These are 2s and lower. All 2s, guaranteed. And I'm being nice, honestly. I'm actually being nice. None of these women are attractive. It's like, I don't know, like this is almost a cry for help, bro. This is almost a cry for help. Like, somebody help me. Somebody please tell me what to do. Like, I want to be ratchet and loud. I'm screaming and yelling for help. Like, this is the vibe that I get from these black women. Like, and then it's like they're trying so hard. The I don't know if that was the main lead singer or rapper, whatever. This girl got to literally cuff her butt cheeks just to make it move. At that point, get a day job. You feel me? Like, what's
It ain't
going
for
on
everybody.
here? Get a day job, man.
It's just ratchet. That's all I can say about it. It's just ratchet. It's they all wearing unnatural hair. None of them wearing their actual hair. I mean,
It's like they're either
the
overweight
lashes.
or they're anorexic. What's going on here?
Yeah, just lashes
It's
everywhere.
not even in the middle. What's going on? It's either they're 200 pounds or they're a stick in a tree.
Crazy.
What the?
It's crazy.
All right, man. And you got Fiona right here. Good God.
Literally.
Bertha.
This song right here is what led to people showing up, chanting these lyrics in front of Lululemon stores, repeating these vulgar lyrics, then posting it on social media for.
This is so masculine. Like, these are dudes, bro. Like, what are we looking at? We're looking at a bunch of Negroes. Come on, bro. This is XY chromosome action. Why is it that we call out men being feminine, but we don't call out women being masculine? This is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to the black community. And this is why you got soy boys in the black community. The men in the black community are so soft nowadays because they want women like this to take the lead. And when you do that, you come out with women like this on top, thinking they can actually beat up men. They doing all of this, that, and third, like they King Bond. Like, what is really going on here, bro?
What's going on is they done successfully let the women gaslight everybody. They don't let these women gaslight niggas into thinking that if you don't exert toxic masculinity, you must be gay. But if you do exert toxic masculinity, then you still gay because you only doing that to try to mask the fact that you're gay. If you have sex with too many women, it's because you secretly like men. It's like, and now these women turn around doing the same
That is
thing.
the most dumbest thing I ever
Dude,
heard.
it's just stupid ass woman logic, bro. Dumbass girl math. And they turn around and do this, and then they get mad and say, "Oh, we don't wear our real hair because our real hair looks masculine." Like, bitch, this looks masculine, and you got fake hair. What the fuck?
Yeah,
what are we talking about, bro?
This is the downfall when it comes to the femininity. Well, to the because women are always complaining that men kill chivalry, but I would actually disagree and say that women are the ones that really kill chivalry, and this is why. Oh,
Yeah.
don't hold the door for me. Oh, I don't need your protection, nigga. I don't want you to help me, nigga. I got it, nigga. Yeah, what up? Like, look at these women, bro. What man really wants to date themselves, though? This is a dude. I like women who actually act feminine. I'm not saying, oh, you have to be quiet and sweet and be a damsel in distress. Just act like a lady. There is times where you can, stand up and speak up for yourself. But when it comes to stuff like this, man, look, you're going to have to keep it moving, lady. Straight up. I would never
want a woman like this around.
No way.
People act like they do. They really don't, bro. You just kind of, again, they just gaslit everybody. How you ain't gonna like a bitch like me? Your mama act like this. Like, bitch, that's why I don't like it.
Exactly. I've been saying it for freaking 28 years, damn near. Come on, man. Please start calling out this masculinity in the black community when it comes to these black women, because this is really not. This lady looks like, I'm not even trying to be racist, but she literally looks like King Kong. On the right side. She literally looks like King Kong.
100 Man versus gorilla. That's the gorilla.
This is Planet of the Apes right now, bro.
I say we start by calling them bitches. I mean, why did we stop calling it? Because if you acting like a bitch, then call you a bitch. I'm just calling it like I see it.
But that's what I'm saying, though. See, but the thing is, and I'm based over here, guys. You got to be a female to be a bitch, bro. These aren't women, bro. I'm sorry. You got to be a female to be a bitch. These are niggas, bro. Like, let's just be honest. They're niggas. These are niggas, bro.
For views.
He want me back for the dog and get no on the crib. Put some Lulu on his butt, Lululemon.
You also have artists incorporating this song into their live sets. Even the Queen Bee played the song during her Cowboy Carter tour.
The hive mind. The hive mind.
That's crazy.
Now I see why the women are going crazy now, because your leader, your alien demon leader who worships Cthulhu, goddammit, told you guys to.
I did not know this was this popular. I've never heard of this.
Me neither. That's what I'm like, I don't even know what the hell Lululemon is. I've never heard of this ever. But you got your Cthulhu worshiping whatever the hell right here, Beyonce, who sacrificed babies and stuff, that told you guys to do it. So, yeah. Like, what was that? She's possessed, bro. This lady is possessed. Come on, man. Right, like, what are you doing?
And like so many weird trends on TikTok, these women popping their thought pockets at this Lululemon store was outright cringe. I'm talking about super embarrassing. Some say it's harmless fun. The same out-of-order people who live on the internet defending other out-of-order people and their embarrassing behavior. But this ain't it. Nah, there's no reason anybody can come up with to make this acceptable. No reason at all.
As a former employee of Lululemon with a lowercase L, let's just preference that. Lululemon, they're very strict on their brand. They are not spelled capital L. They're always lowercase L, and they are never to refer themselves as Lulu. Never. We were not allowed to say Lulu, and we were not allowed to use a capital L.
Oh, I didn't know that. Who cares?
These be the same. These be the same type of women that goes to college for sociology and all this other dumbass BS and rack up thousands of dollars in debt just to not use their degree and stuff like that. These are the women, these are the type of girls that'll fight for feminism. I'm not saying she's not smart or nothing like that, but why the hell why does that matter? Come on, man.
The brand is lowercase, okay? Just throwing that out there. But a few years back, the CEO had mentioned about the type of people that he wanted in his clothes. Now, I remember the whole Tommy Hilfiger situation, and I understand that he thought that people of color basically cheapened the brand.
Now, that was a controversy around Tommy Hilfiger back in the day, but I never heard Lululemon say they weren't making clothes for Black people. I did hear him making comments about not making clothes for plus size.
Yeah, and I think this is what we was talking about earlier when it came to the owner of the Lululemon stores.
Right.
They're basically going around saying that Black women hurt the brand, which in my opinion wouldn't really be a lie. I'm not going to say all Black women. I'm going to say certain Black women like this, the Bonquishas, they definitely ruined the brand. And here's why. Because they're putting on the internet, oh, this is too much. Oh, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to twerk in your establishment so your damn clothes can smell like fish and tacos and tuna. I'm not going to actually buy nothing, though.
So I noticed that this is like a tactic that they use in the Black community. They use something else that happened and try to tie it into whatever else is going on right now. So they be trying to they talking about, oh, Tommy Hilfiger said X, Y, and Z because of Black people. Well, Lululemon is saying the same thing. It's like, but Lululemon didn't actually say that. So where the hell are you getting this from? So because one thing was true a while ago, that makes this true just because it seems like the same thing. These niggas just be lying, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if I would respect Lululemon a lot more if he just said, no, I don't want niggas in my shit. Because at this point, because I'm sitting here thinking about if what Tommy Hilfiger said was true. I mean, if him saying that was true, I kind of buy it, bro. Because you see niggas just look at the type of people that's wearing your clothes. That is your brand. Yes, they cheapen your brand. If you see a nigga robbing the store wearing Tommy Hilfiger, that don't look good. Fucking Nike Air Force Ones. You only see one type of people wearing black Air Force Ones now.
Right, and those are the aggressive Negroes too.
Right, it's a whole meme of the Air Force. Yeah, it's like, oh, you would think it's good marketing. It's like, oh, well, they gonna sell the black Air Force Ones. Like, well, not really, because niggas don't want to be associated with that. Niggas don't want to be. That's like ski masks. Right now, y'all making ski masks associated with crime. So the people that actually ski. God forbid a black person skis and he actually wears a ski mask. He walk around with his ski mask because he actually skis. Can't even do that no more because these niggas commit crime with the ski mask on. Gucci flip flops, Gucci headbands and shit. That's skiing shit.
Right. Yeah.
I mean the Gucci goggles. That's what it is. The goggles. That's skiing shit.
Yeah. I remember when that trend came out too with Chief Keef, man.
Right.
Them Negroes ate that stuff up.
Right, bro. True Religion. Chief Keef made True Religion a thing for the black people, but really True Religion was like farmers wear that shit because it's good denim. Right. So they be wearing that shit. I didn't know till I went to college and I was out there around the farmland and white folks, and I'm like, these niggas wearing Trues and Rock Revivals and Robin Jean. I'm like, these are $1,000 pants. They just wearing it. Wearing that shit. I'm like, damn. And we sitting here flexing with it. This little shit to them.
Right. That's a regular pair of pants to them.
Right.
Bro. You got Negroes that'll put a camera on the pants. Like, look at my pants. Look at my jeans.
At me. Hey, look at me.
Look how expensive my clothing is. Right. And then that's what's wrong with the black community. These women that are dancing in this store, yeah, you guys are rebelling by twerking and shaking your ass and stuff like that. But all of you have on their product, I believe. They all have on the Lululemon merchandise. So who are you actually hurting? That's just like you beating somebody up while punching yourself at the same time. Like, what are you, stupid?
Well, they're hurting the brand. I mean, they twerking in Lululemon, wearing Lululemon. That hurts the brand. You don't nobody want to see this. Look at the white people back there. They just going about their day. Most people when they leave their house, they don't expect to see no shit like this. It's like this ain't even like a flash mob. If it was a flash mob, like people bust out, start dancing and stuff, that's one thing. Don't nobody want to see a bunch of rowdy ass bitches shaking ass, holding on to all the shit all over there. They twerking on the stands and shit, probably knocking shit over, taking up hella space and shit, bro. Don't nobody want to see that's people with their kids around. You married people, married men walking around. Now you causing tension between the wife because you know the nigga probably gonna look. It's just it's just chaos and hell, bro.
Facts. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. They gotta change that image real quick.
People, but I never heard him say black people.
I do not agree that people of color cheapen the brand. I believe that some people of color cheapen the brand.
Did she think she ate? I mean, yeah, it's true, but like, duh, motherfucker, that's what they were saying. That's like saying, oh, I'm not saying that all black people do it. I'm saying some black people do it. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Nobody said all black people, so you didn't even have to specify that.
Right.
And again, I've been looking for evidence of Lululemon saying that it doesn't exist. If anybody can find it, definitely give me that clip and I'll address it. But I didn't see anything about black people. Yeah, these black women went inside the store. Some people said it was to protest a, quote, racist owner by popping their thought pocket, which made no sense whatsoever. If you think people don't want you in their store, why would you show up to the store to do this? Right. And honestly, I don't think anybody of any color will want this behavior at their business. Not even.
And then this is in Atlanta, bro. So automatically, I'm thinking AIDS and gonorrhea. You feel what I'm saying? So do not touch my belongings. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, because them people are just nasty out there.
What I'm thinking about is if the owner said, I don't want these type of people in my store wearing my clothes, basically destroying my brand, and your response is to go in their store, wear their clothes, and destroy their brand, you just proved their point. This is why they don't want you niggas around. They did. I think this is just like the black response to anything. It's like when somebody say you're not allowed. It's that programming, bro. They go back to like that Jim Crow shit. Oh, you're not allowed here. You're not supposed to be here. We don't want you here. You know, that type of shit. It just triggers some shit, some propaganda that they've been fed their whole life. So where they react like this every single time. Every single time.
Right. And I'm glad you bring up a great point, because they lash out after they been told they're not wanting an establishment. And then they say, oh, well, you don't want me here? Oh, well, I'm just going to break something, or I'm going to come back and do this and do that. Like, why can't you just leave and go somewhere else? Why do you have to cause chaos and, a disturbance in the peace? Why do you have to do that?
It's a damn shame.
Black business owners.
Because why are we in the store twerking to a song in this nice store? Lululemon, I will stand by it 10 toes down. Lululemon is probably one of the best workout clothes that I own. I'm wearing the pants right now, and working for them, I understand that they put a lot of work into the brand. For this to be happening, if I was in there with my kids, I would be mortified. And if I was the brand owner, I would definitely not want this to be the representation of my clothes. Some rapper throws in Lulu, and all of a sudden, this is a whole. We got to do better. We have to do better. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it publicly. We have to do better, because this ain't it.
Hold on. See, and this is that double speak I be talking about. You just said that, oh, black people don't cheapen the brand. Some black people cheapen the brand. These black people cheapen the brand. But then you turn around and say that, oh, we need to do better. No. See, you just put yourself with them. Right. So the statement that black people cheapen the brand is because of complicit niggas like you. You saying we gotta do better, but you put yourself in a group with them. There ain't no we. Fuck that we shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They need to do better.
They asking to do better. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
And I understand why That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, am I supposed to be mad that people be like not liking black people? Is that supposed to affect me? If they don't like, I understand. I don't like them niggas either.
Yeah, me too.
I understand,
Feel the
bro. So
same
it's
way.
like maybe if they did better and these motherfuckers had home training, we wouldn't have to deal with the consequences because now we are legitimately being discriminated against for being black, but it's not because we're black. It's because you niggas are black and y'all acting like this.
Right.
I just so happen to be the same skin color and I'm catching the consequence of what you niggas is doing.
Yep. Absolutely. I hate to say it, but you're just a victim of the people that you got the same color with. It's crazy, but like I said, these people just don't want to take accountability for well, not even necessarily taking accountability because the girl that's speaking, she's being a fool because she's not, like you said, she's not really trying to separate herself from this degeneracy that's going on inside of this store, which is an absolute problem. You saying we, now you making it like seem like, oh, this is a majority black folks problem, or in this case a black person problem, which wouldn't be the case, because all black women don't act like this. But when you say we, they kind of throw that notion out of the window.
Yep.
And I wouldn't want them in my clothes either.
I think you guys saw the situation in the Lululemon store. The girls twerking. It was ignorant as it was ignorant. Why are you doing that in an establishment? Was it a protest? Was it a protest? It's just like the flight attendant that was twerking. Why are we doing that? I'm tired of this. Do you? No, girl, do you? No, do you understand that shit is fucking stupid? Yeah, that was corny. Why are you in an establishment doing that kind of shit?
Yeah, you have normal people walking in the store shopping. Then you have these fools running up in there, turning Lululemon into Magic City. I mean, they're all over the store recording this for attention.
There's a time and place for everything. I didn't say you can't twerk, but why are you twerking in an establishment that doesn't allow, it shouldn't be. Now they're going to be putting signs up there, no twerking, no loitering, no shoes, no service. And by the way, the designer of Lululemon actually said he didn't want black people wearing his clothing.
This nigga's a
And
dumbass.
once again,
Factual.
I knew he was a dumbass. I've seen him say some stupid shit like this before. I was following him up until that. But he's also like, I don't be throwing the word tether around, but the nigga's a tether. He's like from Africa somewhere. I think he's I forget.
An actor, isn't
he? Yeah, he's a comedian too. I've seen his stand up,
I've seen this guy.
He was talking about Terry Crews, and he said basically Terry Crews be shucking and driving for white people because Terry Crews is big and he be doing all this stuff and moving around and shit. And he was saying that Terry Crews be shucking and driving, which I mean you're a fucking moron. This guy's a moron. He just lied. Just lied. Like, why? You didn't even have to go that far. You could have just cut the video off right there. You just had to throw in the propaganda. Dumbass nigga, boy.
Always gotta be, black people need to do this and need to do that, and black people need to collectively do something with each other. Like, nah, bro. We just need to individually be better people.
Yeah, black people hear other black people say something and they just start repeating it. They never fact check anything. Right. The owner is certainly on record for excluding plus size women. He's also been accused of body shaming or blaming women's bodies if their clothes didn't fit right. He even once said that he didn't want to produce clothes for bigger women.
I mean, you got to understand though, like this isn't the norm. Like this stuff costs money.
Right, being fat is not it. Material, but tell you what, if he started making clothes for them, they'd be mad because they'd start charging them more. Your clothes would have to cost more because I'm using twice as much material to make your shit than it does to make other people's shit. So when I start with, okay, 200, 250 for some leggings. The shit used to be 130, now it's 250.
Right. You want some Lululemon, right? Shit. You got to pay for it.
Got to pay to play.
And then it's like, when it comes down to it, if you people, like, black people always cry and whine and complain about, the white people have this, and we're gonna boycott with Target and this, that, and the third. But All they manage to do every single time is just run right back to them and buy their stuff. That's
Every
all
time.
they're gonna do. All you guys are
Every
gonna do is
time.
complain because nobody never really takes any action in the black community. They just complain a lot. They
Just be
don't really
yapping.
do anything. So you complaining, I mean, but you not really taking action to change anything.
Right.
Which is why black folks is really honestly never gonna be like, I'm not gonna say never, but it's gonna be hard to move that, to make a turning point because they're always playing the victim. You can't be the victim every single time, ladies and gentlemen.
Because it will require more fabric, meaning a higher cost to produce. And when he was questioned about his views against making clothes for plus-size women, he said his brand wasn't for everybody, but he never said black women. Why his
Making
comments
an
towards
appointment to go to the
plus-size
store is
women were
crazy.
interpreted to mean black women, I don't know, but plus size doesn't mean black. He was more than likely talking about the white plus-size women.
Does it? Because if we being honest, 80% of Americans are obese. So I would beg to differ and say plus size does mean it definitely means America because a majority of Americans are just big. I hate to admit, just overweight, I should say. I'm not gonna say this is some my 600-pound life crap, you know what I'm saying? Or anything like that, but majority of the deaths in America comes from heart disease and heart failure.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from the stuff that we consume. Shout out RFK. Even when it comes to the EBT, why the hell does this person who gets government funding to buy food, why can they buy the same stuff that me as an American citizen who works for their dollar gets to buy? They can buy a whole steak and lobster and anything they want, pops, chips, all this damn junk. But I mean, it's like, at what point? Because they're not really paying for anything. We're paying for that out of the tax money. And then me being a worker, I got to pay for that out of my own pocket.
Yep.
So you can eat just as good as me, which is crazy. And this is why a lot of black folks is obese in the black community as well, because once they get them food stamps, are they really buying healthy food?
Hell no.
Half of them don't even buy food. They selling the damn food stamps to somebody.
Then they be like, oh, this is why people don't eat healthy because the healthy stuff's too expensive. How about you eat less? Just eat less.
Factual.
It's really all you got to do is eat less.
Literally. And that's all it takes. Eat less, move more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get that off my screen, bro. Gross.
Whining and complaining about not being able to wear his yoga pants. He did, however, make comments about Japanese people not being able to say Lululemon properly and finding it comical, but he didn't say anything about black women. This is just another example of black women being gaslit into fighting for everybody else when we really have nothing to do with this controversy. What we should be offended by is these trashy women going in the store, popping their thought pockets all in the name of somehow protesting for black people. It's ridiculous.
Right, and then y'all keep forgetting y'all are in Atlanta. Like, if these dudes just hopping into anything like that in Atlanta, bro, I pray for your genitalia, my guy, because you're going to be burning like the Human Torch in the new Fantastic Four movie, bro. Literally. I pray for these dudes that just want to hop into things like this. Now, look, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good. But is it worth your genitalia, though? Burning every single day? Then you got to go to the hospital? Like, I never went through nothing like this, but I've heard stories. And I heard that getting burnt and stuff like that is not a good feeling. Now, thank God I've never had a STD or anything like that. I thank Christ. And I would never want to, because I don't get, manipulated by this trash right here. Like, yeah, you twerking this, that, and the third, but you probably got the cheese touch. We're just gonna call it that. We're just gonna call it that for right now. You probably got the cheese touch, man, and I'm not trying to get that at all.
And that's a couple of designers have said that. And there's a song with Lululemon in it. First of all, black people are the reason why you sell anything. And half your designers are always stealing it from an African.
Look at him.
You know what? Yeah, you want to know how you're right. He's talking with his hands too much. He's a moron. He's doing this too much. He's talking with his hands too much. Yeah, he's
Look,
dumb.
man, this nigga, it's just getting worse. He's actually getting worse. The more he talks, the worse it gets. This is remarkable.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that the Golden Girls on his shirt?
I think so. I'm not familiar with them, but them look like some old Golden Girls.
What the fuck?
In culture, like Louis Vuitton and all you stealing stuff from the Maasai tribe, you stealing stuff from different tribes of Africa for your stupid fashion shows. It started.
I'm saying that to say, like, dude, you're talking black with 4 white ass women on your shirt, bro. Like, don't you find that type like hypocritical? You're saying black this and black that, but you're wearing a shirt with 4 old white ladies on it.
Is he not? Is this not grifting though? Like, cause he's like I said, the nigga is African, and he's literally like from Africa. So what? This nigga sitting there trying to shuck and jive and chill for this, like saying all the little buzzwords and shit. Oh, they stole everything from Africa. They stole from this tribe in Africa and this, that, and the third. It's like, bro. And then what the fuck, you want them to pay them royalties or something? Like, bro. Like, I'm so sick.
Now that I think about it, this dude, this Negro was in Soul Plane, wasn't he?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
He was the co-pilot of Snoop. Remember Snoop Dogg? And he had a co-pilot. That was him, bro. I just realized, what movie did I remember this guy off of? But now I remember it was from Soul Plane.
Go sit down.
So now I yeah, with Snoop. Yep. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, this dude is fairly delusional, man.
Started even in the days of Run DMC when they were talking about my Adidas.
Yeah, we got an ad going. But yeah, guys, I don't know where he going with this, but let's see.
Hold the fuck out. We talk about Nikes. Jay-Z used to talk about Manolos, and we always put fashion into hip hop, and people sell out. They sell it out, and these designers have the nerve to go, I didn't want black people to. And what's really hilarious is we still.
How do you know that? But let's see, look, what do you mean? If they say they didn't want black people representing their clothing line, how do you know they're lying or not? They probably didn't want y'all talking about their clothing line.
Because shit like this happens. You get a bunch of niggas in your store twerking and causing a ruckus, and then you get a bunch of dumb niggas like you sitting here talking about everything else but that.
Right, with a Golden Girl shirt on, you clown. You talking about blickety black with 4 old white women on your shirt. Are you stupid?
Still go back and we still buy their bull. You saw what happened to Target, guys. Our money affects them. If they're going to be disrespectful, no more money. That is why they say what they say, because you keep making them.
So I believe he's talking about the Target boycott, if I'm not mistaken, right? So did Target actually lose money during this boycott?
I think they did. I think the shit actually worked.
Okay, they say yes, Target experienced a significant financial hit, losing an estimated $12.4 billion in market revenue. God damn. Are you kidding me?
I mean, if you're going to protest, then you protest.
Huh?
I mean, if you're going to protest, then protest. I'm not saying I don't agree with your reasoning for protest, but if you're going to protest, sure, protest. But the issue is you niggas are protesting non-problems. Y'all just decide to just tank this company's stock for no reason at all. And it's like, this is how you control the market. You get a bunch of dumb niggas to rally up behind you and have them boycott somebody's store or somebody's franchise, and then they shit tanks.
But here's the thing though, right? See, look, me and you, we know how this goes in the black community, bro. It's just gonna trend for a week and everything's just gonna go back to normal. Yep. And here's why I wouldn't be worried if I was Target during that boycott. Is because, quite frankly, just to keep it simple, niggas are stupid, bro. Niggas are stupid. Like, they're gonna be distracted by the next trending thing. Like, that's why I'm like, people didn't already forgot about the Target boycott after the next trending meme or whatever the hell that's going on. Like, these people aren't gonna care until they need some diapers and some food. They're gonna go there.
First off, these niggas like people in Chicago don't have no damn options to not go to a store like Target. If you have a store like Target in your neighborhood, that is a fucking resource. You niggas don't have Walmart no more. Y'all don't even have a choice to boycott Walmart.
Yep.
And the only Walmart, the little Walmart neighborhood that's in the neighborhood, that shit has groceries. You would be a damn fool not to go there to get your groceries.
Yep.
Like, if you really want to go that deep, then stop. Please, by all means, stop doing the shit. So when all the shit that y'all stop spending there, it's just gonna go to another company. It's not like y'all making y'all own shit. So you're just taking your money from one place, going to another.
There you go. Going from one white man to the other.
Right. Just
And I'm rich. Enough of that. It's like a bad relationship, abusive relationship. You keep going back. What are you doing? Why are you twerking at Lululemon? Lululemon. We need to find really amazing black designers or people who will accept us. From now on, Target is learning their lesson.
But that's the thing, man. CIO, white people love me. Please, white people, I need you to love me. I need your acceptance. I need your approval. You hear this BS, right? And this is exactly why Negroes will never elevate. Because y'all always looking for the white people's approval.
Yep.
What do you mean, bro? Who cares about these people, bro? Who cares about these people? Who cares about, oh, we want to go to people who accept us. Bro, we accept us. We just need good people with good heads on their shoulders to understand that we don't want this type of degeneracy in our establishment, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Jewish, Asian, I really don't care. Don't bring that shit into my establishment or I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you keep saying, oh, we're going to go somewhere else and be accepted, which 9 times out of 10, you're just going to go back to another white man. You know, it's not like you're going to an actual black business owner who owns something like Walmart or anything like that to where they can actually, you know.
It doesn't exist.
Right. You know, expand the franchise. So we really, like, where do you even go with this, though? You feel me? How do we fix this?
But you can't fix something that's not a problem. It's not a problem. They just decided to up and start boycotting because of some DEI policy saying that we're not getting hired. It's like, you niggas get hired at Walmart the most, and y'all are the reason why Walmart leaves, because y'all niggas get hired. Boycott the shit from the inside by protesting, by letting niggas steal, half-assing your job, and then you want to demand more pay. Why the hell would they hire you niggas in the first place?
Yeah, which is why I'm really and I'm glad you brought up that point, because this is kind of why there's been a huge separation. You familiar with H1B visas, right?
Yeah.
And this is exactly why I'm kind of half and half on that, because I'm all for America. Like, I'm America first, but where the hell are the Americans, though? Like, we can't hire any Americans if none want to work. So if we go to somewhere like, I don't know, India, and hire this guy from India, and then, you know, it's going to be way cheaper, by the way. You know, people love saving money for, you know, for cheap labor and stuff like that. That's kind of what the Democrats want. They don't want to pay the American. They want to pay the Chinese and the Indian and the Korean and the Japanese, you know. And it's like, where do you really go from this? Because now you got to choose if you want to be America first or you want to prioritize, you know, Indians or, you know, people from other countries with the H-1B visa. Now, granted, I am for O-1 visas, because O-1 visas, you got to have a real qualification to do something here, like a doctor, or you're an actor or a lawyer or something like that. See, H-1B visa and O-1 visas, those are two entirely different visas. Even an F-1 visa, you know, these are real qualifications. An O-1 visa and an F-1 visa, this is something that you really have to be qualified to earn.
Right.
And then even when it came to the CPP-1 app, that's not a visa at all. That's just an application that you do. When it came to these illegal immigrants, all you basically have to do was do an application, say what sanctuary city you wanted to arrive in, preferably Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? And they're gonna fly your ass right to that city. It's crazy. That's and Joe Biden was doing that. I think over 350,000 arrived in Florida thanks to Joe Biden. That was crazy. I'm like, man, that dude is no good.
Stop being such mental slaves doing this. They're disrespecting you left and right. You got to have some kind of pride. So that's all I want to say. And Lululemon.
You're saying they. You have on their shirts.
Mind you, he's doing all of this based off of fake premise.
Movies. You know? What you say? I'm sorry.
I said, mind you, he's doing all of this based off a fake premise of a statement that the owner never even made.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's absolutely crazy. Because he going off what somebody else said like a damn moron fish brain.
Right.
Lemon fucking sucks anyway. And what's really hilarious is these designers are going to make...
Tell the black women that, though. You saying they suck, but they don't know that because they still got...
So now it sucks. So now Lululemon sucks. Okay.
You sound like a hurt ex, bro. Oh, you was this anyway. I ain't like your pull anyway. Your pull wasn't all that anyways. Your breath staying out. Now you just flat out hate the person. Now that the other person just broke up with you, right? Now, oh, y'all, you suck. Lululemon sucks. Like, shut up, dude.
Make a statement. We are very sorry.
I'm sorry to have put you all through this.
Like we said, it's all bullshit. We got to show these people. Just like Africa is trying to kick out the Europeans, we got to show these people our dollars count. Black people make the world turn. You have to understand that. Our money counts, but some people are so...
This is what I hate about people like this, man. You making it seem like black people generate as much revenue as white folks here in America. They do not. They spend a lot of money, but they don't generate anything, dude. All they're doing with their money is just giving it to the next race, preferably the Jews.
So hateful of black folks, they'll make statements like that. And it's too late to apologize. You and your apology, huh? Take that and shove it up your couture. Like I said, the Lululemons.
And I don't think people should be throwing $100 away on leggings anyway. But hey, people love these luxury overpriced brands. It's not just Lululemon. You have 100.
Black people do. White folks don't give a hell about what the brand is. They'll walk out there with some damn Skechers. They'll walk out there with some Heelys on. They don't care. Some Old Navy. People don't like these high luxury, clothes and stuff like that. Black folks like these high luxury clothes because they want to show it off. They did an experiment with this as well. Go ahead.
No, I was disagreeing with you.
Yeah, and they did an experiment with this back in the 60s, right? They had because I believe top hats was the thing back in the day, right? You know, like those little hats that they be wearing. Mm-hmm. And they asked the Negro man, would you prefer the off-brand hat or the real hat? They both look the exact freaking same, bro. Like, I can't even tell these hats apart. These hats look the exact same. This dude took the more expensive branded hat, not the off-brand, but the actual, luxury hat. And they say, why do black people do this? Because they want to look flashy. They want to look like they got this. They want to look like they got that. They I don't know. Maybe they say that when it comes to black culture, a part of that is looking flashy. I don't know. But they did an experiment on that in the 60s.
$100 to $200 thin athleisure wear made by online brands too, selling out within minutes. There's definitely a toxic FOMO culture of consumerism, but let's be honest, this viral Lululemon twerk fest didn't do black women any favors. If they say the store isn't diverse and they don't like black people.
I'm so tired of seeing this girl in the white. You need to leave. Seriously though, you ain't adding nothing to the crowd here, girl. Trust me.
If that's true, watching a group of Black women pop in their thought pockets between $100 leggings is less like empowerment and more like a live action
This is
stereotype.
stupid.
It's a
And then you want to know the crazy part is, bro?
What?
There are no dudes around. There is no dudes around. So y'all doing all of this for who though? For each other? That's what Riley say. That's gay, nigga. You gay. Like, come on, bro. Where are the dudes at? I can see if y'all was twerking on some guys. Y'all twerking on each other. Dry humping the floor. Dry humping each other. What is all of that about? So if I called these women gay, and that's the thing, like, you can even call a woman gay, they wouldn't even be offended. They say, oh, you girls can't be gay. Like, what? What do you mean? You over here licking box. How is that not gay? You feel me? That's how brainwashed, bro, and how off Black folks is in the Black community. They don't even think Black girls who kiss each other and do this, that, and the third, and smack each other butts. Like, it's not like you playing a sport. You over here grinding on this chick like you basically dry humping her. That's gay as hell. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Because if two dudes did that, I would throw up in my mouth, bro. And I'm not saying like, because I can't really see it like as a female because I'm not a girl. But, you know, when I see two girls kiss as a guy, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, you know, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it a little bit. But if I see two dudes kiss, I'm be like, nah, bro, that's some gay ass shit. But even with a female, if two dudes kiss, that's some gay ass shit. And if two girls kiss, that's some gay ass shit. You know?
Bro,
But
girls know that shit be weird, bro. They even with they gay friends, they be wanting to they just be gaslighting. They just be lying, bro. Because when the women don't even really like gay dudes, like because
they don't. They really don't.
If it's a straight dude, and they don't like what they saying, the first thing they gonna do is call them gay. That's an insult to call them gay. But you got a bunch of gay friends. I thought being gay was okay. But these bitches just be lying, bro. That's why you can't be taking nothing they say seriously, bro. They just be saying shit.
Right. Like you said, a girl brain, girl math.
Yep.
It's the same tired image, attention seeking that's often shown on social media and in society representing the modern Black woman. I mean, they're serving up fresh content on a silver platter. It's
Ain't a dude in sight, bro. This is insanity.
only a distraction from the real conversations about representation and respect you often complain about in spaces that weren't built with us in mind to begin with. You have to tell the truth.
Who grandma is that? Like, come on, bro. Who auntie / granny is that? That is insufferable. That is just insufferable.
Truth about this. If you owned any business outside of another Magic City, would you be okay with people running into your business, doing this in front of your customers, disrupting your business, and then placing this nasty image online for the world to see? Who would want their luxury brand to be presented like this? And I gotta say it, this is yet another case of Black women following behind white feminist nonsense. You know, the kind where Becky thinks empowerment means stripping down in public and calling it protest. This Lululemon episode featuring a bunch of Keishas is just a remix. Let me shock you by doing something explicit, then pretend it's liberation. Like, cut it out. That strategy was stupid when they did it, and it's still stupid now. Since when did wilding out in someone else's store become a symbol of power? That's not a movement. That's a moment, and not a good one. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think of.
Yeah, that store officially smells like fish. Like, y'all did that all around the whole store, though. That is crazy to me.
See, that's why I be telling these folks, these white people, and anybody, that you might as well just say what you want to say, bro, because they're gonna treat you like you said it anyway. He should have just came out and said, "I don't want niggas in my store."
Yeah, facts.
I mean, because they was gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
So you
and then it's like nowadays they will actually respect you more if you're a flat out just not even a bigot. They just that's not even bigotry at that point.
If he came out and said that he don't want Black people because they ghetto, niggas would donate to it. Like he'd be fine. He'll be fine. You may lose a couple stores. These niggas gonna loot and riot and stuff, but he'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll
he'll
be
be
fine
right.
because these niggas, they don't have no integrity and they're not consistent with they. Once they loot and riot your shit like one time, and then when the TV tell them, okay, you don't have to riot and loot Lululemon no more, they gonna stop.
Right, and then it's like a lot of people, like I was saying with the lady, that raised over $350,000 on Give Send Go when it come to calling that black kid I'm just gonna call him a ninja or a
Right.
ningen.
Right.
It's like people are starting to not care. I believe that the white guilt is for sure starting to die out quicker than people thought it would. Because
Yeah,
people are getting
it
tired of
should.
this crap. People are
Don't
really getting
nobody
tired of this.
niggas don't care about what black people complaining about, bro. It's just like because most people are seeing like, damn, whenever these niggas get mad and rowdy about something, it turns out to be for a lie. It's a lie. Like
Right.
why is it that every time they protest something, they're wrong? Why is that?
I'm not
Like
sure. And then,
people seeing through this shit.
yeah, man. And then, I got one more example. You know who Hulk Hogan is, right?
Yeah.
I read this article. I believe it was in yesterday's stream. I was reading this article about Hulk Hogan. You know, Hulk Hogan didn't want his daughter being with black people, right?
Right.
So I think this is July 16, 2018. I'll read this article for you. But I'm saying that to say this. I'll tell you where I'm going with it in a second. But the 64-year-old, one of the biggest name in wrestling, Hulk Hogan is wow. And then they say he's back into the WWE Hall of Fame after racism. So this is actually
Nice.
crazy. This article is nuts. They say Hulk Hogan has been reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. The 64-year-old is one of the biggest names in wrestling, but in 2015, the WWE terminated his contract after a tape emerged of him using a racial slur. I was saying that earlier with his daughter dating a black guy and
Right.
stuff like that. And they say 3 years later, and the company says he deserves a second chance after making numerous apologies and working with young people where he is helping them learn from his mistake. Hogan said he'd been praying for this day. The WWE Hall of Fame features over 100 wrestling legends as well as people associated with World Wrestling Entertainment like U.S. President Donald Trump. Damn, they got Trump in there as a WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
That's
Trump was in
crazy.
the Trump used to go in there and be doing that WWE stuff.
Oh yeah, you already know. Come on, man. He came out with the money.
Yep. Bro, but what is this like? We in this weird time where you can't even say what you want to say. Like people are dead ass getting punished for their opinion. If he want to say nigga, he can say nigga. Do he not got freedom of speech? If you want to say I don't want my daughter dating a nigga, he has the right to say that. He shouldn't be getting. He shouldn't get terminated from his contract for shit like that, bro. This shit is crazy.
Right, and where I was going with that was, Hulk Hogan was fairly popular last year of 2024 when it came to Donald Trump's presidency.
Right.
They definitely was showing Hulk Hogan love, and I say that to say, you can be racist, but people will forgive and forget, and that's just. I'm not saying I'm not encouraging white people to be racist. Don't take that anywhere with it, guys. But there is a such thing as good judgment. And what I mean by that is if you got a group of people that are typically degenerates that are in your establishment and you're trying to make money, but you can't really generate any revenue because of the crime and the degeneracy that they bring with them, then it's not really a bad idea to say, I don't want these group of people or these type of people in my establishment or store. Right. I'm just saying, that's just using common sense. So and it's like I tell people that if you do want to be honest, go for it. I don't really like black folks like this either. It's not like you're alone. You got True here too. We don't like Negroes like this. We like exceptional Negroes, all right? Not these crazy ass people right here. And when it comes down to the boil of the pot, we have to call this out in all races, not just when it comes to the black community, but all races as well. You got a lot of white liberals that do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yep, they was looting and destroying shit in Chicago too. The masked up liberals. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like it's not.
They share
it's
the
not
same brain.
Yeah, it's not a skin thing, but that's what the media portrayed to me and what we put out there. Like I'm pretty sure a twerker recorded those other girls twerking. So we have to stop putting out especially when it comes to the black women, guys. We have to stop putting out this stereotype that black women twerk and loud and this, that, third. We want to keep looking like this. We want to keep doing this. Like, come on, man. It's just hurting you guys at the end of the day.
Yep.
But what are your final thoughts, man?
Stereotypes be true. People, they be true, bro. Them shits don't come out of nowhere. Stop giving people stuff to talk about. If we was on point, you don't see people making stereotypes about the Asians twerking, about the Asians killing each other, about the Asians being ghetto. No, because they don't do it.
They have stereotypes, but they're good ones. They're like stuff that nobody really care about.
Yeah,
like
they whoop their kids if they don't get straight A's in school. Who's gonna think that's a bad thing? So
that's what we should be doing, honestly.
Right, bro. We need to see who's exceeding and doing good in our society and mimic that. Not trying to, I'm gonna make my own way. That's not how it works. You can make your own way back your ass to Africa and go twerk over there. You feel me? Go twerk in some sandals in a dust yard, bro. Like we don't do that here. It's just simple as that, bro. It's not that hard to act like a damn citizen, bro. Just stop being a nigga, bro.
Yeah. Facts. So what do you feel about that lady that called that kid the N-word?
I mean, initially I was like, it's uncouth, right? It's not the best thing, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck. The nigga was going through our shit.
Right.
And
they say the kid was 5, but
that nigga was not 5.
That's what I was saying.
Bro, when I saw the video, I dead ass, when they showed the video of the kid, I thought that was another kid because I'm like, there's no way he's talking about that kid being 5. There's no way. That kid is not 5. That nigga look like my little brother age, and my little brother's like 10.
Yeah. I was gonna say that kid is at least 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, bro. That nigga is tall. And he's old enough to know not to be going through people's stuff. But
there you go.
But what his parents doing? What
I was saying,
you feel me?
The parents nowhere to be found.
Right, bro. So she if anything, she did the right thing. She called him nigger. So what? So what? And if that was my kid, well, first off, my kid wouldn't be doing no shit like that because I'd break his hands. You don't do nothing like that. You don't go on people's stuff. If she did that to my kid, if she called my kid a nigger, I'd just more so don't talk to my kid. I got him. I'll correct him. I apologize for that, but you don't have to talk to my kid like that. It ain't got nothing to do with the word you use. It's the tone and the energy you got towards my kid. I don't even fucking call him a nigger. The fuck I'm gonna start crying? Right. They be wanting people to crash out over these words, bro. Like I remember
black people don't have a word like this for white people.
Right. They try to use cracker, but that shit don't work. It's not the same, bro. If anything, they try to say cracker. I thought it was like Ritz cracker. I mean, not Ritz, saltine cracker. No, it's cracker because they whip crackers. They crack the whips when they were slave. So you're calling them your master? You niggas are just, you niggas can't do shit right, boy.
Saltine cracker too.
Right, bro. But they said it was cracking the whips. I'm like, well, y'all suck. Y'all suck. But I personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, like I said, it was a little uncouth, but at the end of the day, freedom of speech. The nigga should have been going through her shit.
I'm a First Amendment. I'm with the First Amendment, so I can't really
free speech absolutist.
Yeah, can't really go against the Constitution, man. I tell people all the time, I'm for the First Amendment, but you have to be responsible and back up what you say if you are gonna say it.
Right.
So don't be a coward, but I won't silence you either. But you can't just say, this and hide your hand after you say it. You can't throw a rock and hide your hand.
Right. See, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to take it back and apologize and, I'm sorry I said. They want you to they want to have you groveling for like 10 years. They want you to get fired from your job. They want your motherfucking credit card and banks to stop fucking with you. They want you to basically be just ostracized out of the society until you're able to come back in. It's like we shaming people for using the N-word, but we're not shaming these hoes for shaking ass in Lululemon. We're not shaming hoes for selling pussy. We're not shaming niggas for buying pussy. We're not shaming niggas that's cheating on their wives and doing all this other stuff. We're not shaming them, but we shaming somebody for calling somebody a nigger, calling a kid a nigga that was going through her purse trying to steal something.
They trying to say the kid had autism. Do you believe that?
They always say that shit.
Right.
They always say that. Bro, do they think niggas retarded or something? Why is it that every time a black person is doing something wrong, y'all try to say the nigga retarded?
Right. Or they say, oh, they wasn't fully capable of knowing what they were doing.
Right, bro.
They are literally calling black folks stupid. Like
yes, they are. I was watching Jason Whitlock. I said something like that, and he was going back and forth with Nick Fuentes, and I'll be agreeing with Jason Whitlock most of the time, and I agree with Nick Fuentes most of the time, but they be missing sometimes, as with everybody. But Jason Whitlock was basically saying, they was talking about the Carmelo Anthony stuff, and basically Jason Whitlock was saying like black people can claim the ignorance, they not really knowing, off the bat. They basically he said that they ignorant. I'm like, no, they're not ignorant. They know exactly what the fuck is going on. They just don't think that they're gonna face consequences for it. They don't think they're gonna face consequences. So if you think that black people can claim ignorance, you think they are retarded. You think they're dumb. You think they are ignorant. What these people grown as hell. That
monkeys,
kid,
basically monkeys.
Yeah, you think they're monkeys. I'm like, Jason, you know right from wrong. You know better. Why is it that you don't extend the same courtesy to everybody else? Right. Why is it that black people get this excuse of ignorance? Why is that?
I have my I like Nick too, but the one thing I just don't agree with Nick Fuentes about is that and I'm pretty sure you can agree with this as well, is that he believed that whites are superior to blacks just based off DNA alone, which is honestly, in my opinion, the most dumbest thing. Different than the stupid Negroes that's on the block.
That's exactly what I said.
You know different, bro, because it's like it's a product of your environment. If you are raised in a multi-million-dollar home with everything you need, with God-fearing parents that raised you right to tell you you need to stay away from this, Timmy, stay away from that, Tommy. If you know right from wrong, and if your parents instilled that in you, and you had all the resources that you need, you had all the Medicare you need, all of the education that you need, dude, I'm pretty sure you will turn out just fine. You know? Now you got a lot of I'll even say it, you got a lot of Carmelo Anthony's out there because he grew up in a nice gated community, nice home, this, that, and the third. You got a lot of Carmelo Anthony's out there that think they got something to prove. And this is why we have to change this narrative in the black community, that we have to be tough for everybody.
And that's exactly what it is. You're exactly right. It's this nigga trying to be something that he's not. He wants that image. He want to be that image of what he think a cool black person is, knowing damn well he not like that. So he took it over the top.
Yeah, and I think white people got this more bad than black people nowadays, because now it didn't leak so much into other people's cultures. Like now they got drill rap in the UK. We go bun for bun. Like what, dude? Shut up, y'all don't even got guns out there.
It's just social contagion, bro. Everybody wants to be cool. Everybody want to look like the cool people, and right now the cool people is the degenerate blacks. So it's not anything about them being genetically inferior, because that's the case. You think I'm genetically inferior, and I'm not genetically inferior because I understand everything that you're saying. We can have a honest conversation back and forth, but the niggas, it's just something different. They value clout over actual integrity and character. That's the difference. You got white people like that too. White people even got some Indians. There's all kinds of people. You see it the most in the black community because they made it a black thing. They made it a thing. They made it. This is our culture. This is ours. Whenever they say, "Oh, you trying to talk black? What's talking black? Oh, you're supposed to talk like you don't understand English." That's talking black. So it's not genetic.
Or I'll even do you one better. You're talking white
Yep.
when you talk like this with proper language in
Yeah, when you
English.
speak proper
You're
English,
talking
they say
white.
you talk. They say you talking white. When you get good
Right.
grades in school and you don't want to fight, they say you acting white. Like
Well,
you got
yep.
talents and skills and shit besides sports. They say you acting white. You want to major in computer coding and engineering. That's acting white. Like it's a culture thing, bro. Now
Absolutely.
I don't believe that's that shit that Margaret Sanger was talking about, bro. That's why we had this Planned Parenthood shit because she actually thought that blacks were genetically inferior. And don't get me wrong, I see so because essentially white people are outsiders looking in. I'm not gonna say I agree with you, but I understand why you would think that. Because as an outsider looking in, it does kind of look like it's something wrong with these niggas. It's like
Right.
what is it, you know? But I promise you that it's not genetic. It's
It's
literal
really
social
not.
contagion.
It's
It's
really
not
not.
genetic. It's social contagion, and it's the culture just eroding everything it touches. That's what it is.
Because if you want to be honest, if it was genetic, that's what I'm saying. Because even if and I can crush Nick Fuentes when it comes to that, because let's say it was genetic. Okay. So why are Africans coming over here and doing fairly more exceptional than the European counterparts?
Yeah,
So now
exactly.
you really gotta make it make sense now, because
And that
now who's really the fool here?
and that's a consistent thing. They consistently come over here and do better. It's not like
Yeah.
a couple of them. It's like most of their ass come over here and do better than everybody. They don't just come over here and be another black. They come over here and be your boss and be
Yep.
having companies, and they open their own grocery stores and their own department store. They do their own shit. They come through and excel in this society. Yes, white people created this amazing society for entrepreneurship. Yes, absolutely, we give them that. But to say that you're better because of that, that's just not right. Yes, you created a superior culture. I will say that. But it's just that you created a superior culture. It's the
Right.
culture that's superior. You yourself, because y'all fall for the same shit anyway. Y'all sold this country. It's most of y'all in this country. White people sold this country. The reason why this shit is going on is because y'all let too much shit slide. Does that mean y'all
Right.
retarded?
Selling.
You feel me?
Yep.
So like, it's not genetics. It's all culture. And honestly, y'all culture almost too soft. Y'all went too soft. Y'all let too many niggas over here. Y'all let too many non-whites over here. Y'all let too much shit pass since the civil rights movement. Y'all let niggas gaslight y'all way too much. Y'all let them tell y'all that y'all can't use words that y'all created. You can't say nigga. And mind you, y'all doing this to y'all self.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It's the
majority of
guilt.
y'all in the country. So again, is that genetic? Are y'all just genetically pussy? But,
Right.
but see, that's the thing. No, it's just a culture. Y'all just don't value shit like that. Y'all don't value violence over conflict resolution, and that's what
Absolutely.
it is.
Absolutely, man. That made me think a lot about Germany. They're basically a third world country now, only due to the fact that they are very, 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 very liberal now.
Hmm.
Germany is a very liberal country now, and we know why they're honestly, I think you could get arrested just for saying the word Hibbler or Hiffler,
The
which is crazy to
1930s
me.
Germany, man.
Yeah, bro. It's like you can't even bring up World War II at all in Germany or anything like that. And
Yep.
that's just goes to show you that these people either they're scared or they're just guilty, and it just eats them up to think that, oh, my forefather, someone who I've never met in my entire life, enslaved another black person during his time that I also have never seen in my lifetime. That don't even make sense.
Well, essentially, what in Germany, basically, what happened in Germany is the same thing that's happened in America with the blacks. So what happened in Germany with the Jews is what happened in America with the blacks. There's this thing that happened that stained the country's history, and basically they're like, because this happened, you niggas have no authority to say shit else to us. We are just gonna run you motherfuckers down to the point where y'all just bitch back liberals. And that's pretty much what's going on. That's pretty much what happened in Germany. The Jews are
Right.
like, well, because the Holocaust, none of that. We need all of this. and they
Right.
just basically just progressively like weeded out all the strong men and just made them pussies, made them all pussies. Look at UK, look at all of Europe at this point.
Yeah.
Look, all of Europe.
Crazy.
It's the same thing that
Yeah.
happened in America. Blacks was like, because slavery, it's y'all can't say shit.
Yeah, giving them something that basically giving them a reason for them to complain, basically.
Yeah.
But we're gonna end it off on that note, guys. We almost at the 1:30 mark. Man, thank you, Chew, for so much, bro. Appreciate you every single time for joining the show, man.
Appreciate you for having me every single time. These
Yeah.
lit. I like these.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's like this is getting out of hand, black women. We got, and I'm not saying all black women. We're just gonna call them the bonquishas for now. But y'all gotta get these gotta get the bonquishas in check, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure.
We have to. Like the loudness and the aggressiveness and the masculine acts and the masculine traits, this stuff has to stop. It has to, because now they're affecting. Because honestly, I seen a few white girls that got influenced by this black ass Atlanta rapper, and now you got them saying Lululemon.
Right.
You know, so this stuff leaks on other cultures, guys. Call this stuff out. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. I don't care if you're purple with yellow polka dots. Please call out this degeneracy. Please. It's not good for society at all. It's definitely not good for black folks.
Right.
But yeah, man. Any last words before I end the live?
No, that's all I got, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Well, thank you guys for having me, joining the live. I really appreciate it. Thank you again, Chew, for joining the live, bro. I'm a little tired, so I'm probably gonna take a nap after this.
Man, me too. And I got up a little while ago, and I'm tired again. I might go back to sleep.
Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna definitely have to catch some Z's a little bit. But yeah, guys, tune in next time, man, and like and subscribe if this Lululemon store smells like fish. I'm out of here.